My magnificent mochis, welcome to another episode of Whatcha Packin. We are here with Jersey's own Crystal Envy.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, darling. So you were born and raised in Jackson.
Actually, I was not born in Jackson.
Where were you born?
Staten Island.
Oh my goodness, the forgotten borough.
Yeah.
And then they immigrated.
It's like, I call it the Italian immigration. You go from like Italy to Brooklyn, Staten Island to Jersey.
100%.
Yeah.
So you grew up then in Jackson.
Yeah, I grew up in Jackson.
Did you have a season's pass to Great Adventure?
Of course. It was like a daycare in the summer. My mom and dad would just drop me off and then I'd be there all day long.
100%. Honey, the stories I could tell you about me and Great Adventure.
We can go on some rides. Do you like
Yes!
roller coaster?
I do, not the loop-de-loop though.
Okay, we'll do some high thrills.
Okay, I'm there for that. So you grew up in Jackson and now you live in Asbury Park.
Yes, I do, with my partner.
How long have you been together?
6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You moved in together, how very lesbian of you.
I know.
And how's life in Asbury Park?
I love it so much. It's so beautiful. It's just like a LGBTQ plus mecca.
Which are the big clubs there now?
So my main bar and my main home is Paradise.
Okay.
Right on the water.
Okay, oh,
Yeah.
how gorgeous.
Shep Pettibone owns it. And
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Shep Pettibone was a great DJ and producer. and
Produced a bunch of Madonna's things.
Remix, yes, honey.
Produced Vogue.
Yes, baby, one of the greatest. I didn't know Shep had a,
Yeah, he owns it. He's owned it for, I think, 25 years now.
what?
Yeah.
I should know that, bad Madonna fan.
That's
Bad
okay. Now you know. I gave you the knowledge.
Wow, okay. How'd you come up with your name?
So I chose Crystal actually when I was like 13 years old.
Oh my goodness.
I was like in my room, Baby Queen. I think season 2 was airing on TV, and I was watching, and I just like fell in love with it all. And that was what Mel Gibson was there. Merle.
Not Mel Gibson.
No, Mel Gibson. Merle
Ginsburg.
Merle Ginsburg. Sorry,
Yes.
I got the MG right.
Yes.
That's when I started watching, and I fell in love with it, and it just was something I would like practice in my room at home. This was before I came out. I would like come home from school, and I would steal my mom's MAC concealer, and my sister's. I have a younger sister. I would steal her little Charlotte Russe dress.
Not Charlotte Russe.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
would get like up in this little eBay wig and have a little kiki in my bedroom and take pictures, and that's where Crystal was born. And I chose Crystal because I like my out of drag name. I like Chris, so it's just kind of like phonetically pleasing. I like everything that sparkles. Clearly, I like shiny things.
Yes, you do.
I do. And then Envy, I chose Envy because I'm always like the best one in the room, and everyone envies me.
Honey, it's a tough gig.
I know.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
When did mom find out and how was that?
So I came out to my mom like probably a year after playing around with it
And
myself.
did she know?
She knew.
Right.
She knew since I was like 3 years old. I was the little kid with the blanket around my waist and the headband and the towel playing mermaids. I was really grateful because I have such a supportive family, and my mom and my dad both were always there for me.
So do they love Crystal Envy?
They love Crystal.
Do they come to the shows?
Every single show my mom is at, my dad is at, my sister's at. Even my 90-year-old grandma, when I was living at home, I would get up and drag and I'd be like, all right, it was like 11:30 and I would do like a midnight show.
Right.
And my grandma's like, Christopher, where are you going? And I'm like, I got a show tonight. She's like, wait, hold up, let me get dressed, let me come with you. And I'm like, Grandma?
Staten Island, that accent?
Brooklyn, yeah.
Brooklyn, okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
How fun is that? You are blessed, you are lucky.
I'm so lucky.
But they're lucky too.
I mean, duh.
Exactly.
I stopped doing drag when I turned 18 just to pursue like my day job as a makeup artist.
Oh, you're a makeup artist.
I
That's
am
why
a
your
makeup-
face is always beat.
Yes, mama.
Okay.
Have my own company. I do a lot of bridal. I do some of the housewives as well.
Are you still doing it?
Yeah, I still do it because it's, you know,
Yes,
good
girl.
point. So
Cash.
gotta pay for all this back here. So come COVID, events were canceled.
Obviously, yeah.
So I was like, I need to try something again. So I brought Crystal back out of the closet and I did this whole like comeback photo shoot on social media, and it was a hit. And I was like, okay, let's go try like performance.
And how long did it take you to go, okay, it's time for me to audition for RuPaul's Drag Race?
So this time was my 3rd time auditioning actually.
Okay, so third time lucky.
Yeah,
Okay.
3rd time's a charm. My first year when I auditioned, I thought I was the which we all do, you know what I mean? And then you look back at it now and you have to humble yourself a little bit more.
You weren't the you were just
Yeah,
Right. All right. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun.
You are a gorgeous queen.
Thank you.
And you are a very polished queen.
Thank you.
And I think it was kind of week after week we saw that. I'm sure you wished you had gone further.
Of course.
But you were so good.
I'm really proud of what I did get to showcase in the amount of time that I was there.
You had some highlights.
Yes.
You were tops a few times.
Yes.
Which was your favorite?
I think my favorite was the Bitch I'm a Drag Queen
Yes!
challenge. I just had so much fun with the girls that week because it was, even though we were judged individually, it was a team effort. You know, you were there to uplift each other and work together because we were doing turnaround times really quick in between the things and it was going really fast. And I also just got to let loose. So it was something that was more fun for me rather than like keeping my like polished, poised self. I was like, let me just balls to the wall and have a good old time in this one.
You did, and you shone.
And my runway that week was my favorite.
The quilted, oh, you killed that one. That's the one with that beautiful like beige.
Yeah, coat.
Ooh,
and
that
the, like,
was
red catsuit on.
Yes, who made that?
Casey Caldwell in New York City. He is such a beautiful designer.
Your design?
It was my design. I like to reference multiple things. The color palette was literally inspired by cherry pie. The like red peeking through that like crust color I really loved. And then the silhouette was inspired by, Gigi Hadid wore like a Versace Met Gala, that giant maroon coat she wore one year to the Met Gala. So the like silhouette was sort of inspired by that. And I was like, I just want to look like a queen in this. And he just like went.
I think all your runways were really good, I'm being
Thank
honest.
you.
But I think that was my favorite.
Yeah.
It was like breathtaking. So then let's go to Snatch Game.
Snatch Game.
We have to.
It's so hard.
So hard.
It's not easy.
At all.
And I don't think any of them at home know that how hard it is.
Tell them.
It is hard. Which one do I look into? It is
That one.
hard. It is hard. You don't understand because you prepare at home for it. You tell your jokes to your friends and your family, your loved ones. You think, oh, is this funny? And when you're there on set, you have very little amount of time to get your joke written on that card and get into it. And it's quick. It's so much more fast-paced than you really think it is.
You chose Nicole Richie, who is a very funny person if you know Nicole Richie.
I adore Nicole Richie. I like grew up on The Simple Life, and she's just such an amazing businesswoman and mogul.
And she's funny as hell.
And she's funny as hell, and she's real, and I love that. She speaks her truth, and she is honest about it, and it's funny when it always comes out of her mouth.
But to deliver it.
It's totally different. It's so hard. And you try to make it like a caricature, and you try to hit the jokes and the one-liners, and it's just, oof.
I know.
It's scary.
So let's talk about these gorgeous looks that you have back here. Tell me about this little calico critter dress.
So I wanted to do something so ugly that it turned cute, and something that could be cute and it was also ugly at the same time.
Right.
It was inspired by like toddlers and tiaras, kind of.
Yes!
So that's where it came from. My drag mother, Mancy Mendel, made this actually. And it was a labor of love. Lots of E6000.
I was gonna say a lot of glue.
Yeah, a lot of glue.
The middle one?
I know. I had to put it in the middle because it's my favorite.
It's a masterpiece.
It was the one I wanted to wear so bad.
It is so gorgeous.
Yeah, it is so beautiful to me. It was this like vampire queen I wanted to do.
Yes, Queen of the Damned.
Yeah, literally, very that. I wanted to have, I was gonna pale my skin out. I was gonna Twilight Edward Cullen the
Yes,
glitter the
sparkles.
crap out of it.
Yes.
I had fangs and I was gonna have like blood dripping from the mouth and everything. But this one was also a gown that my drag mother, Mancy Mendel, wore for when
Mancy!
I love my mama Mancy.
Oh, I love it.
She wore that for when she competed for Miss Paradise. And then my drag sister Jasmine Kennedy wore it for RuPaul's Drag Race live promos.
Right.
So I wanted to wear it on the RuPaul's Drag Race stage.
So you know what? It had sentimental meaning.
It had a lot of sentimental meaning. It didn't have all the added accoutrements, it was just the base gown when they wore it, and I wanted to bring new life or death into it. I want to put that on my body now.
I want to put it on my body too.
Let's go ahead, we can do a runway show.
We can. And tell me about this one behind me.
I wanted to give you this rich woman trying to catch the train right after she killed her husband, and she's like trying to flee the country. So I wanted this like super grand collar and this really beautiful like eggplant shade, because I usually kind of like to keep things like fun and bright and like sparkly. So like this one I wanted to get like a more demure, more mindful kind of silhouette.
So did you sew any of these, or did you work in collaboration with Mancy?
So Mancy made that one and I collaborated with her on that one, but most of my other looks are made by designers. I can sew, and I was in the top for the ball.
Yes.
But making things like this is an art.
Out of your skill set.
Yeah, well, a little out of my skill set.
Fair enough.
I can make something really beautiful, and on the outside it looks nice, but maybe on the inside the seams are a little.
Who cares about the inside?
That's how I feel.
I care about the hem.
Yes, the hem has to be.
And if you're opening it like a jacket, we care about the inside.
Exactly.
But for a gown?
No one needs to see the inside.
No.
You should see the inside of this one. There's dowel rods in there.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll always pull for Jersey.
Yeah.
I am a very proud Jersey girl, and I was so happy to see you standing there. And not only you standing there being from New Jersey, but you standing there being from New Jersey and representing that state very well.
Thank you.
It was gorgeous drag. I think people think of us, they don't think of us as like New York. They don't give us credit.
No, they don't. They think of like New Jersey as kind of like the armpit or whatever.
Yeah.
But like there is so much beautiful people and art and drag and life in New Jersey. And I'm so proud to be from Jersey.
Me freaking
Paula,
too.
sister.
Yes.
My girl.
Thank you. Can't wait to see what the world has to
Oh,
offer
I'm
you.
so excited to showcase my art to the world.
Good.
now.
They're gonna eat you up.
Thank you, Michelle.
And thank you for watching another episode of Whatcha Packin. I'll see y'all next time. Mwah.
Got it like that, got it like this. Wanna take a swing, no, I never miss.
Sometimes you do have to let it go and go, you know what? It obviously wasn't my time.
Exactly.
There's other times to be had.
I know. I went into this with it was my time to get on the show, so I had to leave with it was my time to leave at that moment.
Perfect.
Even though I don't think it was my time.
Hey, you want more non-Emmy nominated gay you traders? Well, then don't forget to subscribe to the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube page.